nobody in there.
No, I thought it was because I was moving.
Oh, okay,
You were
okay.
standing there, that's why.
Yeah.
She was standing on the other side.
Oh, okay. Hi, how are you?
What's that door? Come on. It's waiting for you.
Look, Jay, you have to go to the classroom first.
She got the ball.
I got the ball, I got the potty. Come on, let's go, look.
Oh, go get it.
Come on.
Go get it.
I know you want it. Let's go.
Let's get it. I don't want that finger. Listen.
Come on in, we're gonna go.
Oh, yeah, Allie.
Hi, Allie. We're getting ready to start the meeting. Let me see. I just saw two people walk in. So is Maddie Banks back? There's problem solving.
She was so happy because they're making a raise like they did in the start of multiplication.
Oh, okay.
So she asked, I had to teach her how to draw a star because she was really like,
Yeah.
I said, do you want to make a star? She's like, no. So I showed her, oh my goodness, she was open.
Good morning. So we can start with introductions, just so you know everybody that's here. I'm Kelly. I'm the school psychologist. We've met a few times.
I'm Paul. I'm the building principal.
I'm Allie. I'm Katie's teacher.
You're
Or Allison. Is my mom.
one. Okay.
Yeah, Katie's class
She's
teacher.
the
Yeah.
new teacher.
I didn't know that.
Dawn said she told you at your last visit.
They told me, but I want to be asking questions at the end of this.
Okay.
So I was surprised to know that somebody else is in my daughter's class now.
I'm Catalina, the occupational therapist.
And Teresa, I'm the IEP coordinator.
They are IEP coordinator.
Yes.
And Maria the Toro, Katie's mom.
So I know that you had met with the team at the residence.
Yes.
And asked if you could meet with the school team to get an update in regards to how Katie's doing with her academic goals.
Yeah, I was sent it two times request and a meeting. Did somebody get it, my request? 2 times? I sent it 2 letters.
I didn't get any letters. I just know from the last.
I was sending 1 letter to request a meeting a little while ago. And then I sent it again to Gina Diaz, I believe that's the person that I was sending to her. And after that, I don't know if that was you there or somebody else that told me that Mrs. Gina Diaz, she's not working here anymore. So,
she's on leave. She's just.
well, I don't know.
That was me.
I was
called you.
okay. So I was sending 2 times requests for this, for having a meeting, because I have a lot of concerns about all the for everything, from here and from the residential, for many things. That's what I was requesting. After all this is the first meeting that I was started having after maybe passing 2 months, maybe or 1 month and a half.
Okay. So this meeting will only be able to cover what she's doing in regards to school,
Mhm.
what she's working on in relation to her academic goals, and since Catalina's here, she can talk about what she's working on in relation to her occupational therapy goals. And then if there's any questions in regards to those areas, we can address those.
Yeah, I have another one. They're gonna be addressing me some other concerns, the one that she's been feeling sick from here too, or there gonna be something else for somewhere.
No, that would have to be like the meeting that you had at the residence with the residential team and the medical team.
Okay, because over there they was not even giving me all the information. There was happening something over here, so that's why I want to know who had to be giving me that information, because I'm still waiting to know what exactly was happening on that time to my daughter here.
So we don't, in terms of any medical update,
Mhm.
we don't have that information. It's only in the medical department.
So if something is happening over here, who's handling with all this? If it's something is my daughter, she's like the last time that was telling me, there was here the mother, she was vomiting. And nobody gave me that information. They told me the social worker, Ms. Jan Grant, she's gonna give me that information, and I never get that information for that period of time from now.
Okay.
So
That's
that's it.
something that only the medical team has that information, and they typically work through the social worker and they talk with the parent, because we don't have that information. Because Allie's the teacher, she, if a kid, and this is any kid, if any kid is sick at school, they get the nurse, and the nurse does the follow-up, not the teacher.
Okay.
Are
So, yeah.
You ready to hear how she's doing?
Yeah, I want to know how it's starting this month from the school time. I want to know everything, not just only one thing. I want to know exactly what are they teaching, what is exactly the goals, how is everything is going here.
Allie will talk about her academic goals. Just tell me what the goals are and how she's doing.
Okay. So I have her goal book with me. So her first reading goal is to recognize functional signs. Here's an example. We might show her this piece of paper, and I'll point at this, and she'll tell me what it is, what it means. So that's how we do that. I have here, there's been 2 refusals within the last week where I give it to her or a staff member gives it to her, and she either won't answer or puts her head down, doesn't want to do the work. And then another Another reading goal we have is after she reads a story, she'll be able to retell the story in chronological order. And I have, again, 2 refusals. I have stories in here where we wrote refuse and the date where she refused to complete the work.
And how about on the dates that she, you had, were you able to obtain any samples?
Um,
You did that maybe?
No. Where it was the period, and started really giving her the work to do. My TA, our aides, her one-on-one, we all tried to work with her at times, and there were a lot of refusals. So then we go to her writing, which she has done. I have some of her writing samples in here where she writes her name, her address, and her phone number, and also circles what the weather is like that day, writes the day. We've discovered that it's easier for her to trace it for now, so that's what she's working on.
And what type of the address are still teaching her to still keeping on her head? What is the address actually that she had to be still, and the phone number?
So her address and phone number are the residence.
And why they not even encourage her to tell, reminding that she have a home with me and that she have a family? What is the reason they still only teaching her, just only reminding that wherever she is right now? Because in the other school, they was teaching her to remind her own real address, not this address. What is the reason they still not teaching her to do something like that?
So
There's just many times that I'm still keeping asking, what is the reason they still not teaching to my daughter her real address? This is not her address. This is only standing over here for evaluating her, not for believing for the rest of her life. What is the reason they still continue over and over and sending me all this type of information that she had to be still only reminding her name and the address and the phone number? She have her real home address that is with me. And why they doesn't even encourage her, like they all the time saying they want to be encourage her to still reminding something, but they still like pulling her out of myself in her complete home address, her real address. This is not her real address.
So we teach the kids this address just in case so they know in case of an emergency.
But they have 2 address, not just only one.
No, but I'm just letting you know. So since Katie came to here, we want to make sure that she knows the address here and the phone number. So in case of an emergency, she has that information.
Doesn't
But we
matter,
can
but they have
also-
2 address in there.
We can also add
Mhm.
in and teach
Absolutely.
her and make sure she still remembers her home address and phone number. That's not a problem. But the reason why she's learning this address is so that she has that information.
Yeah, but doesn't matter. When I asked him what is your address, and they telling me they're still forcing her to still be reminding this address from here, including the phone number. And I can see on the paper that she's writing slappy because she doesn't want this address. And that's what I'm still feeling like I'm still forcing her to still reminding this address this is her home. This is not her home. This is only coming over here for doing an evaluation and doing something that I'm not agree with that. That's what I'm asking. Why they doesn't even still teaching her to still reminding 2 address and 2 phone numbers? Because I know there's many people that have to be still reminded every phone number, everywhere, including myself. I have to remind where is the address from here. I have to be reminding the numbers of each people that I was talking. It is not easy, I know, but this child, it's my daughter, and she got to remember that they have 2 address. This is not her home address. And if I want to be still teaching my daughter just only remind of 1 address, she's going to be still, Mommy, this is not my home address. I know this is not your home address. I have to be still teaching her that she have her real address, that is her home, with my home, not here. This is only a school. Everywhere that I go, this is not my home address. This is not my home address. This is only coming over here for teaching or for working or for everything. But this is not my real home address. And I want to be appreciated if it is not too much for all of you to teach my daughter her real home address because she have her home address. I'm not coming over here just for still discuting only just the address.
Can I ask you a question? Can you hear me right now?
Yes, I do.
Because I just said
Yes, I heard you when you say that before.
We're gonna also make sure we review so that she remembers that information as well. But did you hear why we were teaching her this address?
Because she's here, because you don't want any kids that there, if something is happening outside, they can get lost or anything. Okay, but they have it no matter what. They have it 2 address. Because if it's any person they ask, do you have any other address that you remember? She will be say yes. So that way they can find somebody else. And just in case, if they don't find nothing over here, they will be finding somebody else. This is two things that is totally different. Two things that gonna be helping more people. They still finding the kids right away, and they don't even still wasting time because, we never know. This is the two things that we have to be still keeping. Two numbers, two different addresses with the real names. There's nobody over here. They wanna be find me right away in my real home address or my phone number. That's the things that we have to be still thinking about, and not just because we have to be still encourage the kids only just remember only one address. Okay, we have to be keeping in our head at least two numbers. This is what I have in my head, because if I have more numbers, it's much better for me. They want to be find me on what's going on. I think so. This is going to be more better. If they don't hold an attack on their chest, it's going to be another problem. Because the kids are only, I don't think so. All the kids are having to still remember that although that kids they're talking, they're already talk. I don't think so. It's going to be much better if they're carrying attack on their chest or in any place, but at least they have to be having something carrying with them, not just only in blank.
Yes, we also teach the kids how to carry their
I never see them.
personal information.
I never see anything like that. They never show me. They never show me. In every single school, they have to be carrying a school ID. And did I have it? Did they have anything over here?
They have made them IDs.
Why they never show me that?
I don't know if Katie has one, but
Why they never show me that? That's what I'm asking. If every single school they have any ID for each and single students, they have to be providing a physical evidence that the kids carrying this evidence with them in the luggage. I mean, in the backpack or with them, because that's an evidence that when something's happened outside, they can find it right away in there. Do they have it? Because I never see that. You're just telling me right now that they have it. Why they never show me that?
they do have it. They've used it when they go out. When they go
Well, I want to be
trips.
appreciated if they show me, so that way I can feel more comfortable that she's carrying something on her, not just only her. It's all the kids that have to be carrying an ID, so that way we can prevent it. Like you said, one address is not just only a prevention to have it in the head. Anything's happen, accidents or whatever, how they want to be still find the kid until they still recognize or recovering their anything. If anything is more specific, or they finding something like everybody will carry a driver's license or anything like with us, right? If something is happened, right away they want to be checking us. Oh, this is this person. So this is this person, right?
Yes.
Okay. So and I appreciate it if I want to see that ID, so that way I can feel that. Oh my God, she's carrying that, and I hope that she's carrying all the time. They start bringing her outside, so that way she is not gonna be. I'm praying all the time with for my daughter and for myself and for my family and for the rest of the kids. Okay.
Any other goals?
Yes, we have more goals. Okay, so another goal we have is that she will complete sentences and or drawings to share 3 details of a given topic, which when we've tried that, there's been refusals. We haven't really completed that goal yet. Math, so she's counting by 2s. She did really well on Friday. I have a worksheet that's completed. That was helped. She completed it with a staff member. She did awesome. If you want to look at that, that's her work. She did need some prompting. As you can see, there is some tracing there, but she was able to vocalize all of the answers. So then there's another goal when asking to point to a penny, nickel, dime, quarter. She'll be able to, which she did again on Friday. She did well on that. She was able to recognize the coins, with just a little bit of help.
I'm sorry. What type of coins do you use? Do you use the plastic ones or the real ones?
We have plastic coins in the class.
And they can show it very clear and
the
amounts in there.
Yeah, it's brand new. It shows it very clear
Which one is amounts
yes,
in each coins in there? Because
yes.
I know there's some coins that doesn't show very clear the amounts, and that is very confused.
Yeah, no, ours are good. They're very clear. Like I said, they're brand new. So, she's been doing well with that. And then there's another goal which we haven't really gotten to yet, just because she has a lot of math goals, but we're getting to it. It says Katie will compare no less than 2 sets of objects by identifying which set contains more, which is our next step. So I'm showing her 2 different groups and just being able to say which one's more. And then onto her social, emotional, behavioral goal. When asked, she will be able to correctly verbalize or point to a picture card to express her own emotions. So on her desk, there's a card taped on, and it has all different emotions. So she has been using it when she doesn't want to vocalize how she's feeling, but she has been pretty good with that. So we have completed that goal a few times since she's been in my class. If there is a problem with how she's feeling. And then this is her final goal. It's just using a spray bottle correctly, being able to know how much is appropriate for her desk after eating lunch, and every day we just tell the class, please clean up after yourself, and she knows exactly what that means, and she's been really good with that. So those are all of her goals.
Why here in the object benchmark it was not even have anything at all? Why doesn't even get any on these parts? Why is in A they never had anything? What is the reason?
So that
At that
is
point.
her progress report,
This is for the reading.
which was completed by her previous teacher. Allie is picking up, and she's gonna be doing April and June. So she didn't do the scoring for that report.
So this report is for starting when this report started.
That is from November to January. So the first quarter goes from September to November. Then the second quarter goes from November to January.
November 2019. This is the report from the last year.
So
And
it's,
it's from January this year.
so the first quarter goes from September to November 2019. And then from
September, October, November, December, and January. So when did this new teacher started to be teaching my daughter? Or
so she started, Katie started in her class at the end of January.
and nobody sending me any letter telling me that she have a new teacher, so that way I can tell to know that my daughter she have a new teacher, and they moving from one class to another class, right?
So that
Nobody
notification,
told me nothing after I was having that meeting. They was telling me that.
so that notification was sent to her social worker to share with you,
They never give me
so that
anything.
during your visits, you were aware
They never
of
give
her.
it to me, nothing. That's why I was requesting all this. If something is coming new or somebody's coming new in the class, they have to tell every single parent, you want to have a new teacher because whatever is leaving. Nobody tells me nothing. Why they from January and we are in March? Okay, we are in March, and I just know that this is happening maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and this is I have to know that my daughter she was having a new teacher on these few maybe 2 months or 2 months and a half almost.
She's only been in there a month and a couple
You
weeks.
say she started almost at the end of the January,
The
and
end
she
of January,
started.
so that's the month of February, and we just started March.
That's what I say, almost 2 months or 2 months and a half, almost.
Month and a half.
So the new teacher started when? In January or February?
It was
I'm
end
not
of
sure. I
January.
think
End
it's
of
at
January.
the end of January, yeah.
Middle, end, or what?
The end. The very end. So if you want to say the beginning of February.
I'm sorry.
So they never send any notification for a minor telling anything from here, or this is because
We
it's
do
just
not,
only me.
we don't see,
Every single school they doing that thing, and I don't even know why they are not even doing anything over here.
we don't send official letters to
Do not
parents
provide
in terms of classroom changes, but we do notify their social worker and that call is made to them.
They don't do that to me. That's what I'm addressing this over here. So if I'm complying with everything, they are not complying from here and from there, anything with me. So that's why I'm here for the asking all these questions. Because if they don't want to be telling me anything at all, who has to be telling me all this? Because if I ask you a question and they're telling me at the end, you are not complying, who's not complying? I'm sorry, excuse me, but if I receive a letter and they still give me this to me, because this is only the one I was receiving from the meeting, and the other one they was sending me by mail, I think.
Yes, it
Okay.
gets mailed out to the parent.
But when I still reviewing all this and I still seeing all what's going on in here, I said, where is the information? Where is the progress on my daughter? Where is all the things they still saying the mother she doesn't have it? Because I said progress in some place, progress nothing in another one, and many other ones they still. But I don't see, if you want to see any progress information, it's just making it consistent. But I don't see anything like a numbers or anything that she's getting a goal on this point or goal and over here, just only progress and APS, ANA, and PH, all that things. I don't really see anything at all in here.
So there's no grades. It's ungraded. The school is ungraded. So
Even if my daughter she was with me, they were doing the same thing, ungraded. So what is exactly my daughter she's been learning? Lower level over here? Because I don't understand anything at all over here.
the goals that she has are going to be according to where she is and what level she's at.
Well, they dropping her from fifth grade to the second or fourth grade of kindergarten. And she was having with me a very higher score with me because I'm supporting her, not even if she's still here. Why are they dropping her after they was removing her from me and placing her in here in the other place? They dropping her completely, and this school is not belong for my daughter. She is not a severe autistic. Why my daughter she still continue doing over here these type of things? Because all this is creating us a lot of issues and trauma, and a lot of things I'm still seeing it. And for this report that I can see, and I still checking the other one from the other school, in the public school that my daughter she was with me, I don't see anything more better than over there. This is nothing for me. They dropping my daughter from the fifth grade. My daughter she's supposed to be right now in sixth grade, not in the first grade or second grade or third grade. It's because all these things, my daughter she was not there before. But with all these situations, with these lovely kids they are in here, that's why she's not even concentrated. Many things still happen over here, and I don't see any progress. Because how she's gonna be still learning over here? Because many kids they are not even speak very well. I don't see any kids still speak using sign language. My daughter she doesn't need sign language, I believe. And I still see many things in front of me and my kids. That we are the witnesses how they still treating the kids in the school because over here they don't let me see her. And this is what I'm still seeing, and this is making me feel like this is what I'm taking my daughter away from me for still seeing these type of reports.
Ms. Del Toro, can I just say something? And this goes for all children in the school. Before a teacher writes that plan, they give an assessment. They do observations and they give an assessment. And they can only base their goals on the assessment that's given to Katie and on her performance.
That she's what type of autism that she's? They tell you what type of is an autism?
She is not classified with autism.
They already told me. They don't even give it to you.
She is not.
They told me she's not an autistic.
She's not.
So why she's doing in this place? Because over here is a lot of severe autistic. This is what I see in it.
And these are the conversations that we've had in previous meetings.
And this is gonna be still continue over and over because why my daughter if it doesn't classify my daughter she's not an autistic, of course they don't because they already do that. And I was asking what is the label of if they say the mother she's an autistic, what is the label of the autistic they say in it?
Okay.
They say no,
Hold on.
she's
two
not.
questions you're asking me. First, she's not classified with autism. She's not diagnosed with autism. That's not in any of the paperwork.
So what is she doing here? For doing what? Exactly.
Now that's the other question. This school serves students of any disabilities, not just autism.
So what type of disability my daughter she has?
So she is classified with
Or she's classified with no autism, but she's classified with something else?
Yes.
Now you want to tell me the mother she has multiple disabilities? What type of multiple disabilities?
So in terms of her previous assessments that she's had, do you have all those reports from her
I have
previous?
all the reports from everywhere, and everything they were saying, they say we don't have nothing that she's specific that she's autistic because she can handle it with many things until she have a good teachers. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
If they teaching my daughter a very low level because you still handle it with the severe kids, and my daughter she's been seeing over here at this type of kids that never she had before, including myself, how she's gonna be developing herself, going to go up there, how she's gonna be concentrated because the other kids, whatever she's seeing for the other kids, this is what she's doing it. And now they wanna be classifying my daughter that she have a multiple disabilities. What is the point of that? Because I don't think so my daughter she cannot handle it with many things.
You know, in the classroom that Katie's in, there's other students in there who are verbal. They can communicate their wants and needs. They're all working on how to build their social skills, how to learn how to engage with each other, how to engage with community members. They're also learning how to, you know, when they're out in the community, how to travel safely, how to manage their behaviors while they're out. Those are all the skills that her classroom is working on so that they can be as independent as possible in those areas.
So you start talking something else different, totally different than the classification about the my daughter. She's not autistic, but they have a my daughter over here because these kids they have a severe autistic. My daughter she's not. So this is a bit confusing. And you want to try to confuse me with all this situation?
I'm not trying to confuse you.
Because now, what is the reason that they say in the mother she's classified with the multiple disabilities? Because every time that I ask you what is the multiple disabilities, they still telling me, oh, it's because of this, or because she's not learning. How she's gonna be learning, like I say, with this type of education over here, with these kids that are over here, they're completely totally different to my daughter. That she can handle it over here. But right now, you're still telling me something, you still telling me something, you still telling me something, now you're still telling me something. You're trying to confuse me that I don't even know my daughter, how much my daughter, she was having a very good goal with me in the public school. I was helping my daughter very well. And I can see my daughter, that she can learning very well. Because I was teaching my daughter in my home with a curriculum that I was paying over there on the internet. She have it at the school plus at home. Okay, it's like she was doing two things in different places. At school, she's learning things. They're teaching whatever, like right now over here. But if my daughter she wants to learn higher, I have to be helping my daughter to go higher, not to lower her. That is the thing that they cannot see in it. That is the goal that I want to be seeing my daughter over here. Are they dropping her down here? And you want to be telling me the mother she's not classified with autism, but she's classified with multiple disabilities because this is what I see over here in the IEP. And so you think my daughter she's not handling with many things because the classification is multiple disabilities. It's based on what? Because she's not learning, or because they haven't her here that you are thinking that she cannot tell. I'm gonna be still doing whatever it is. It's appropriate for my daughter. I'm not agree with many things instead putting on my daughter to dropping her down when I know my daughter and I know many other teachers. They say your daughter she can handle it with many things. Why they still putting her in here? This is what I want to ask you for many times.
And this is what we've talked about before. Katie is placed here through the Department of Social Services.
In the wrong place, completely in the wrong place.
We do not oversee that. When you go to court, when you meet with the case manager, those are the discussions.
If you show up over there, because if you show up over there, I will address many things over there.
I have no control over that department.
But I'm here for controlling all the situation, all this issue that is not happy for me to see my daughter in this place. My daughter, she can handle it outside with me in the public school because I know my daughter, she can have a 100% score. And over here, I don't have to be still seeing that my daughter, she doesn't have all these type of goals or this type of art or whatever they're sending me over my home. I don't see mathematics sending me to see how she's doing it. You just only show me that thing that my daughter, she was doing that with me before, and she can get it more. But when somebody's been doing all these type of issues with us, it's looking like me or my daughter. She already know what is teaching all of this to my daughter. It's like they still slapping me 3 times on my face. And when they are addressing all these things, I say, well, this is not going to work for us. You don't like how I'm still addressing all this? This is what I'm here for addressing all these issues that I'm still finding over here. Because I don't like it.
We cannot answer. We can only tell you about the goals that she's working on here.
Well, CPS, they doesn't even know the problems they're still doing that to us. They taking my daughter away from me because they saying that my daughter, she cannot handle it.
I don't know. We don't get that information.
I was provided so many times information showing, I don't bring it with me, that information, but I show many times how my daughter, she was getting a very good goal in the public school, getting all these things because I was being doing a lot of things helping my daughter, not this type of report that is making me feel like, what is going on in here? What type of school is this? What education my daughter she's receiving when my mother, she was very higher. You don't like it? I'm sorry, but this is what I'm addressing over here.
Can I ask you a question? What is your case manager's name?
If I will tell you, who's the case manager? From who? From CPS or from the residential?
No, from DSS. You don't know.
If I call somebody, nobody answer me. And they're telling me, call this person. That she's here again? No, she's not here. That she was last time over here, Mrs. Cynthia Salas? She was not even attending the CSC meeting. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
She was attending the meeting? She was not here, right?
I know for...
She was not here. You was called her many times to her office, and nobody said. There was some people that was saying nobody was there. It was last year.
For our first meeting, she was there. She was not here.
The first time, yes, she was here because that's the first time they was being removing my daughter and placing her in here. The second time, she was not even show up. You was called her many times, and so on. I hear that very clear, and I still have it over here. I was sitting over there with my mother, and you was calling to her office, and many other people and men, they say, we don't know her. I said, what? What do you mean they don't know Cynthia Salas?
When's the last time that you spoke to me?
The last time? Like last year?
Last year.
The last time that I was...
December, October?
The last time that I was being a court date, it was maybe 8 or 9 months ago.
8 or 9 months.
Okay.
So this is more than that because nobody. If there was a person, because they was placing my daughter in a hospital, because from here they was starting continue harassing and attacking her, saying the mother she was being doing something. They was sending her to the Four Winds because she was doing something horrible. This is how they're teaching her on here. This is what I'm still addressing things, and you don't want to be talking about the medication, about things that still happening. I can't talk
Okay.
about the medication.
But it's not medication that I'm still talking. It's talking about because they still sending my daughter to the hospital because over there they saying that she doesn't have nothing. CPS doesn't even show up and nowhere. Over here, this is the papers for hospital from here, forcing me to give him permission to give him medication. I'm not gonna give you increased medication because that medication is not for my daughter. Second one, I'm not agree how they're still teaching my daughter anything at all over here. They're not telling me anything. CPS is not even show up over here. So they are holding a lot of things that I'm not agreeing. They're sending me over here something that is making me feel very concerned about the situation that is right, and I'm not going to give you that to you. But I'm not happy at all how they're still mistreating my daughter in this place, including CPS, including the judge, because the judge that was taking my daughter away from me for false allegations and placing her in this place, in two different places, one before and one over here. This is the more, and I'm sorry to say, but this is the more horrible place that I can even imagine. They're still writing and creating and writing things over here, saying something about my daughter and about me. That is what I'm not addressing. I'm not happy how they're still teaching my daughter. There's a new teacher. I never know. This is the first time that I was seeing her. They don't even tell me anything. If I have any other concerns, they don't even respond my requests from here. If I call over here, there is no even answer me anything at all. If I'm still worried for right now, if I don't hear my daughter, so how am I gonna be address all these situations? If it's CPS, it doesn't even show up. They don't even answer your phone calls. They doesn't even do nothing for still seeing what's going on in here. What is my issues from here? What is my worries from everywhere?
Mr. Del Toro, I think we're way off track of why we're here today. You asked me an update on Katie was doing in school. There are things that we can control and things that we're not, and I think that Kelly has said it more than sufficiently, that there are things outside of this building that are well beyond our control, and we can try and assist with whatever we can, but the only thing that we can control in this building is what happens inside this building. We can't even answer for what happens up with the residents.
Well, this is belonging to places, right? Because if it's some, they have a, and also I have a question. Do they have a kids' rules from this place?
Kids rule?
Yeah, the legal rights for the kids.
Oh, yes, when we go over their rights and responsibilities, yes.
It gets
they
mailed
have it?
home every year.
No, I'm asking because I want
Yeah.
to know if they
We
haven't.
do, it gets mailed home every year.
Okay. Do they send them anything by mail to remind them that this is the kids' rule, so this is the legal rights for
It
the
gets mailed
for the
home
rule
every
for
year.
the kids?
Every September it gets mailed home, and this year
Okay.
they're putting it on the web so that everybody will have
I don't have access
to
to the web.
Well, then-
This is
Then
what
again,
I'm
it
asking.
gets mailed home every year. Why don't we move on to the next person that can give you some information about Katie here in the building and how she's doing, because that is why you're here this morning.
In regards to Katie and Ochi, she's seen 2 times individually. And the goals that we've been working on is that Katie will interact with the socially acceptable manner with the therapist. So body language, appropriate eye contact, turn taking. So what I do a lot with Katie in that sense is we play a lot of games back and forth. She likes that. In the hallway, at times she's gotten a lot better with transitioning, but she will tend to grab staff and request like the extra squeeze. But now she, instead of just grabbing the staff going in for a hug, sometimes it could be more aggressive. She will ask, and we keep encouraging her. You just have to ask somebody for a high five or a hug or whatnot. So that she's gotten a lot better with the turn taking. Also, she's gotten good with, because at times she would just always want her turns, and again, in more of the social classroom that she's in with her peers, she can sit in a game. And last week I was very impressed. It was her and another peer sitting in the back, and they did a game, and the other peer actually taught Katie a new game of Uno. And she liked it, and the staff was right next to her, like getting the concept of doing that. Her second goal is to complete a 2-step tabletop task with minimal and gestural prompting. And as of late, I got this little like a sewing kit for Katie, and it's a plastic needle. I don't know if she showed it to you, but she actually made a bear. We actually were sewing a bear, and Katie did really, really well with that. And she got to name it.
Do you use the needle, the plastic, or the needle?
A plastic one.
Okay, I'm gonna be stopping right now, right there. You say you are teaching my daughter to do some stitching with using a plastic needle
Yes,
to create some art or whatever.
a bear.
Do you have something that you can show me that? Because I have some issues. They say in the my daughter this is the paper that I was being trying to show you. They say in the mother she's trying to hurt at the top over here with using some with scissors and plastic paper and Christmas paper. I want to know who's providing all this, because you say right now that you was providing this. That's only you in the class with my daughter with the rest of the kids, or is somebody else in the class?
Yep, it's just Katie and I kept all the materials.
So when you want to be providing any other material like a scissors or anything, you providing just to my daughter, or is individually?
She's individual, yes.
And she's doing something else besides with the scissors, any other type of crafts or anything, all that
No,
kind of things?
no.
That she's using the scissors when you're providing to her to cut in any paper or
If she
anything?
cuts the paper, but I take the scissors back.
But
The
that she's
scissors
doing
goes-
anything that is not appropriate to doing cutting in the wrong way or no well, or she's going straight on the lines or whatever you're teaching, that she's cutting exactly the way it is had to be cut in anything that she had to be cutting and passed it on the paper or anything?
At times she will rip the paper, but that again is because of the pressure that she's putting on the paper in cutting. But besides that, she uses the scissors with the correct hand
But
motion.
she's not doing nothing inappropriate or anything in the wrong way, or nothing that is not exactly that you're teaching her to do something like the way you're supposed to be.
Yes.
Do you have any picture from the bear or
Of the
something?
bear, she actually has the bear.
What size is the bear? Is it a small one, big one?
It's like a
small?
medium-sized one, I would say. And we like put the buttons on, and she sewed it and stuffed it. She was actually very excited about it. And then we did 2 more bears. This one didn't have anything with sewing or scissors. It was more of like a Build-A-Bear. So she actually got to stuff it and pick out the outfits for it. And then she actually wrote out a birth certificate for the bear.
So they come in the box or something like that, or is
Yeah, it came in a box.
so they come in all the materials inside, so that way they can. Okay.
Yeah, and this one didn't have any cutting or needles needed. It was just stuffing. It was a machine that she
Oh,
actually
I
had
see.
to
Oh, I
bring
know what you're talking about.
to use like the fine motor skills, because that's what we're working on essentially.
kind of like Build-A-Bear?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I saw there's a new machine. I think that I know whether it's a machine because I know that I saw the machine,
Mm-hmm.
the little one that coming in the box with the bear, and you put the stuff in there,
Yep.
and you put the bear at the hole wherever it's come, and you start it
Yes.
roll it. And I saw it.
Yep, and she really enjoys those kind of tasks. And again, it's the goal is to complete a 2-step tabletop task with minimal prompting, and she's well on her way of achieving that goal.
How many times week do you just working with her doing
2
this?
times. 2 times individually that I'll take her out of the classroom. And I have most of the other kids in the classroom, so I'm constantly in and out of the classroom and always speaking with Allie.
Do you use any other type of material that is not appropriate for any child that's still being, I don't know, to use for any appropriate things? Like, do you think it's gonna be hurt or they're gonna be damaged for self or any other person? Any other type of materials or anything like that? Besides the needles, the scissors, any other type of things. So you use everything is appropriate for the kids. Safety things.
Yes. Yeah. Everything's safe. And the plastic needle's not even a little one. It's like a
I know what you're
bigger
talking
one.
because I use that thing. I know what exactly, but I'm just gonna be sure if there is everything they use over here is safety and appropriate for the children instead of being
Yes,
using
of
it.
course it's appropriate.
So nobody can touch any single kid. They cannot touch anything that is no. They cannot grab in scissors or any type of things that can hurt themselves or any other persons or anything like that. Everything is by your control to your locks and everything. Nobody can touch anything like that. Nobody can. No kids. They can go through there to touch anything on safety things or whatever. How about when they are set up at the tables? Who's doing the set up the tables or helping the kids doing the set up the table using forks, knives, spoons, and the tables and napkins, all that type of thing?
The kids do. In her classroom, the kids do.
They using forks and spoons and knives?
No knives.
No knives. Are you sure? Because over here I found that it says knives, forks, spoons, and
We
knives.
have plastic spoons and plastic forks. That's all we have for the kids to eat.
Because when I started reading this, and they say over here that is they using set up the table. Let me see if I can find it. And who is the person that's still doing helping or teaching the kids doing something like that?
For setting up for lunch,
The table and using the forks, the spoons, and all that type of thing.
the classroom staff and teacher.
Do they have any knives in here?
No, there's no knives. They only use forks and spoons. Plastic forks, plastic spoons.
But the more usually they using spoons, or both spoons and forks.
We have them set up both so that when the kids are eating their lunch, depending on what they're eating, they'll know which one they need to use. So if they have rice, they know to use their spoon. If they have chicken, they use their fork.
So this is when I was see that I don't remember where it's exactly, but I know this over here. Do they use any material that is not belong from here, or maybe it's somewhere? Because I still having a lot of issues and it's concerning me a lot of this situation. That's why I'm still addressing all these things. Let me find the thing, but I know there's in here.
In terms of one of her goals,
For everything, because I still see over here that she's grabbing. They said if I want to get it as a report progress, that doesn't show it. They say asking for expanding achievements, and I say, what is the other thing? Using objects for bottles, spraying bottles or something like that. Surface and cleaning.
that's to clean the table. just wiping the surface.
That spray is it's a bigger bottle. Is for sanitizing the tables or something like that, or what type of?
It's a cleaning spray.
They using a wipe or just only the spray?
They have the rags to clean it after. Like they look like little washcloths.
Do they wash in their hands every time they're doing something activities in here?
Mm-hmm.
Do they have any precautions for every single thing they sell right now that have this virus? Because this is what they make me concerned for all that type of things. Do they have any breathing for sanitizing everything?
Absolutely.
I just want to know because I want to.
You know, it's a major concern out there.
It is concerned that because
Absolutely.
everybody is
Listen,
concerned me for
We're agreeing
everything.
with you, and we have plenty. It's not just here; it's at home.
No,
too.
I'm not. I'm at home. I just taken a lot of precautions, but it doesn't matter. I know what exactly I have to be doing, but outside is the dangerous place.
You know,
So that's what I'm still asking for. Some other things that I had to be here to cut. Does she have any problems when they start doing some activities with the other person or with the other teachers or anything like that? Does she have any issues or problems with somebody that doesn't like it or anything like that?
No.
But they don't want to tell me. Do they give it to my daughter using any pull-ups?
I'm sorry. Does she?
Do they shoot that she's using pull-ups in here?
No.
How do I dress in when the mother she have her period? Does she have a pain on her stomach with the menstrual pains? Do they doing anything helping her on that point?
Yes.
Because many times when they was bringing her on my visitation, they was bringing her out of the path with all showing everything in her clothes. What is the reason nobody's been doing anything like that? Who is the person that's had to be supervising to my daughter when she have her period on that times?
The staff take her to the bathroom.
Because all the time the social worker, Miss Dungran, she's all the time in the car, and when I addressing her to her, she telling me my daughter, she's dropping the pad on the garbage. I said, of course, the dirty one. But who's helping my daughter when she have all these type of things? Because I'm not happy when they start sending from here to my visitation without the pad and with the menstrual pain very badly and telling me, look at your daughter, she's on behavior. She's not on behavior. She have a cramp of the pain because the menstrual is giving her a lot of pain. Do they do something like that over here, or this is totally out of this? Because when she's over here, they have to be still being seen what is exactly they still doing it. Because I'm not happy when they still sending from here to my visitation without the pad and showing everything on her. Who can I address all of this? Because this is from here. I address all that in my meeting, but I addressing her right now over here.
When she has her menstrual, the staff always goes with her. Well, even when she just goes to the bathroom, the staff go with her. But when she has her menstrual, they go with her. They help her if she needs to be changed. They help her with that. She needs to change her clothes. They help her with that.
So she never wearing any pull-ups.
No, she doesn't wear clothes.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure because I have helped Katie in the bathroom.
Yeah, and she's a good.
I addressing her because you know what? If they don't want to tell me or because they want to be still doing, I'm not stupid. I find one pull-ups, not only one. In her skin, she have a diaper rash, and I find a pull-ups in her backpack. Okay, and I'm not stupid. I know exactly what is going on in here, and I know what's going on over there. That's what I'm still addressing many things. They don't like it. Don't treat my daughter like a little child or like a little baby or she cannot even know. They put in somebody pull-ups from here in the residential to my daughter. One of they told me
exactly.
I know, but this is
what's going on in our building.
But this is from here too.
We can't answer for residential. You, when you're up there, you deal with them.
I'm addressing that from here because this is from here too.
You're here because you needed to find out
I know
how
exactly
your daughter
what
was
they
doing academically, and that's what we're here to answer.
It's many things because academically here, it's many things that happen to her here.
Well, and what you're hearing from the ladies is it doesn't happen in this building. That your daughter is well taken care of while she's here in school. And again, I'm trying to make you understand that we can't answer for anything that does not happen inside this building.
It's happening
because
from
we're not
here.
going to give you misinformation.
This is happening from here, mister. That's why. If you don't like it, that is not what I have to be careful that.
I can only go on what my staff is telling me.
You know what I mean? That's why you don't know exactly. But I'm addressing all these things.
Do you have any more questions for the two ladies? Because they have to get back to their classes.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to my visitation because it's getting late too.
She has visitation today with Katie.
Oh, okay, okay, you guys can go, thank you,
Thank you.
okay.
Thank you.
You're
Can I
welcome.
have the copies from wherever you was teaching my daughter or anything from the mathematics so that way I can have it on a record with me? Because I mean, I think I have the legal rights to have it on
Keep making out.
the information from that thing.
You know, this is, I'm gonna have Ally put together a packet, so you'll get her work samples of what she's been working on in
It's
class.
supposed to be sending me some information like that, but I never received anything. So the only thing that I have, this is only that set over here. And from the art, I think only I received only these things. This is not what I want to see. I want to see how is my daughter progressing in everything, not just only sending me all these type of things.
So
Alright.
let me go make
We'll
sure.
put a packet
You don't have to
together
worry
for you.
about it, Ally, we'll get it to her next week.
Okay.
We'll get a packet
Next
of,
week.
we'll get a packet of her work samples, and then we'll get a packet of, worksheets that you can use and work with her on.
I want to work with my daughter and I want to take my daughter out of this place. And you don't like, Mister, my questions? This is
It's
what
not
I'm
making
still
your
happening.
questions. You're
okay?
asking us to answer for people that we don't have answers for you. I don't want to give you misinformation.
Mister, you're a principal and you have to be know exactly what's going on in your building.
I do.
Okay?
I do.
But when something is not doesn't work for me, when I see that that's coming from here,
Again,
okay?
like Kelly said to you, those
and why are you
questions-
getting angry, Mister?
Those questions.
Why are you getting angry?
Though I'm not getting angry.
Yes, you
those,
are.
Those questions have to be answered by the CSE and the courts. We can't. We have
Okay,
no
if
jurisdiction
I'm going to
over
the
them.
court and I addressing all this in the court, they're gonna be asking who's the person is still being supervising my daughter in the school. Okay?
We have a number of supervisors there. The teachers, the teaching assistants, the staff.
Thank
that
you
works with them.
for not being addressing this and the goodwill, because you're making me feel like you're getting angry. You don't even do nothing good for still making me feel okay. You're gonna be still solving some situation is still going over here. But for what I see, your attitude and your anger is getting more for me. There is many issues, including from the principal.
You can read
Okay?
into
That's why
anything
I'm
that
asking.
you would like.
Okay,
My problem is
what is the
that
problem?
you're asking us to answer for people that we can't answer
Because
for
if
you.
something is happening here, they have to be telling me what's going on. And you still saying, no, she doesn't have no pull-ups. They don't even give it to my daughter the pads when my daughter she have her period. When I call over here and asking questions to the nurse, there is many other nurses, they don't even speak very well English. And they're telling me, oh, but you have an accent. I say, I'm sorry, but I asking some questions because when they coming from here, the mother, she have a vomiting. Why mother, she was having the vomiting? You don't want to be telling me that. She was having the vomiting over here. They don't want to give it to me, that information, because what? My daughter, she was having vomiting on the school over here 2 times a day. Who was handling without this situation? It was happening that over here. They don't want to be telling me that.
When you had your meeting with the residents, was the medical team there to ask them the questions you have? Because for
When
any
I,
other
that, what,
students-
exactly, when I call over here and they're calling me, first of all, they're calling me from here.
Yes,
And they're telling me that, oh, your daughter, she have this. Your daughter, she doesn't feel good. What is the reason that she have that?
that's the nurse that's making that. But a teacher's not a medical person.
Because it's
making that.
happening over here. That is the thing. Well, because there's two, I know there's 2 different places, mister. Okay? When they're calling me from here and they're telling me that your daughter, she have a vomiting, I say, okay, my daughter, she have a vomiting. Okay, what was the reason that my daughter, she have a vomiting? Who wanna be here, give me the information for all this?
The
They're
nurse
telling
gives you
me,
that
they're telling me,
information.
we're gonna give you this to the social workers on Miss Downgram. Okay, I addressing this because they're calling me from here. This is what I'm calling. If somebody calls me from here, my daughter, she was having an accident. Somebody was being physically abused my daughter here. And they was telling me that my daughter, she was in the emergency room. And everything is happening over here. I know this is many happening over here. You maybe like this way, okay? But they're calling me from here. I'm not stupid because I have the records. I'm writing every single thing they was telling me from here, how they're talking to me, how they still addressing all these things, how they still mistreating many things. They don't want to be still seeing all this here. But it's not just only this, okay? If something is happening over here, I have to be addressed things that still happen over here. I don't like how they still teaching my daughter because they don't send me nothing. There's a new teacher. I don't even know her. This is the first time that I was know her. Miss Downgram, she never told me that before. She told me only 3 weeks ago in the meeting. How come she's gonna be still skipping me or ignoring me when I have some questions and issues? And all the time I bring the papers, and this is happening from here. This is what I'm here for. Because I already spoke in the residential for the problems in the residential. And they're telling me, oh, if you have any concern, call the school. So this is back and forth. Don't treat me like a hot
But
potato.
you came to
Okay?
school
I'm coming over here just for
to
asking
to
how
find
they
out
still
she was doing
starting.
in class, how she was doing in her
But the other things is coming from here too. So this is what I'm addressing,
and the
things
teacher
they haven't.
told you how she was doing with her goals. Her occupational therapist told her how she was doing with
This
her
is
goals.
only 3 classes that she have in my daughter. That's it.
And her medical, in terms of medical, if she gets sick, the nurse is going to call you, not the teacher.
But if she's getting sick from here, because
The
they're
nurse
telling me,
calls.
exactly, that's what I say. When my daughter, they're telling me, your daughter, she was sick, she's sick, and she was vomiting. When it was happening? At school, and nobody told me nothing until I was called to the residential to find out what's going on. And nobody told me nothing. Who gonna give me the information? What happening?
You said the nurse called you, but then now you're saying the nurse didn't call you.
No, I say that when they're calling me from here and the nurse called me, I call them back to find out what's going on. Okay? But when I call and they're telling me who gonna provide me all the information to find out exactly what's going on, because if my daughter she was vomiting over here, who wanna give me the information? I have to be called the residential to ask him who's gonna give me the information. And I'm still from that time, right now, they don't give me nothing.
They didn't tell you
Okay.
why she was sick. They didn't say why she was
I was asking why my daughter she was vomiting over here, and the nurse they was telling me, "Do you speak Spanish?" I said, "I'm not calling you for that. Don't treat me like I'm a racist. Don't treat me like a racist me over the phone, because something is very serious. This virus is completely on and everywhere."
So you don't know why she
They don't tell me nothing because they don't give
No
me
one
any
ever
information.
told
They
you.
told me there was my daughter she was vomiting over here, and I want to find out what's going on. What is exactly they're doing all these things, because the social worker they never told